So the next lesson that we are doing is lesson 2.5, which is dividing integers, and there's one vocabulary word to go along with it, which is mean or average. That is the sum of the data divided by the number of items in the data set, also called the average. So you would take all the numbers in your data set, add them up, divide by 7. So the numerator is negative 21 divided by 7 to give you a negative 3. So the only difference between the mean that you're learning now compared to when you learned it in the previous years is that you're adding when you have negative numbers. All right, so here's the notes on 2.5, dividing integers. We're going to divide integers, find the mean or the average of the set of data. The Common Core state standards are listed in the mathematical practices. So here are the rules. The rules are just like when we're multiplying two integers. So the quotient of two integers with different signs is negative. So different signs, negative. So in the first example, we have negative 12 divided by a negative 3. Different signs, negative answer, or an odd amount, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12 divided by negative 3, 1 negative, so your answer is negative, or different signs, a positive and negative, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. The quotient of two integers with same signs is positive. So the first example, 12 divided by 3, is what you did when you first learned division. So they're both positive, your answer is positive. Now when you have a negative 12 divided by a negative 3, they're both positive, so your answer is positive. First thing that you should do when you're finding each quotient is identify the sign first before you divide. So for number 1, it's a negative 81 divided by a negative 9. They're both negative or same sign, so your answer is going to be positive. So 81 divided by 9 is 9. Number 2 is 36 divided by 2, which they're both positive, so your answer is going to be a positive 18. Number 3, 32 divided by a negative 4, well, one's positive and one's negative, so different signs or an odd amount of negatives, so your answer is going to be negative 8. Number 4, we have negative 24 divided by a negative 3. They're same signs, so your answer is going to be a positive 8, or there's an even amount of negatives, so it's still positive. Number 5, we have 48 divided by a negative 6. They're different signs. Different signs give you a negative answer, and 48 divided by 6 gives you negative 8. We're going to evaluate each expression for x is negative 4 and y is negative 8. So we're going to substitute in, so it's 6 times a negative 4 divided by negative 8. Doing the order of operations, we'd have to multiply first to give you negative 24 divided by a negative 8. And 2 negatives gives you a positive, so 24 divided by 8 is 3. Number 7 is negative 4 times x, which is negative 4, divided by y, which is negative 8. You'd have to multiply your numerators together to give you a positive 16, and then divide it by your denominator, which is negative 8. 16 divided by a negative 8 gives you a negative 2. Find the mean of the data set below. So to find the mean of a data set, you add all the numbers in the set and divide by the total. When you add up your 84, 90, 89, and 93, you get 356. Now you have to take that 356 and divide it by 4. And 356 divided by 4 is 89. So your answer is 89. So the average of those four numbers is 89. Number 9, we're adding positive and negative numbers. So I'm going to add up my 6 numbers, and I'm going to divide it by 6. Now I'm going to add all my negatives together. So a negative 2 plus a negative 9, that's a negative 11. Negative 11 plus a negative 12 is negative 23, plus a negative 2 is negative 25. Then I'm going to add my positives, which is 13. And we're going to divide that by 6. Now we have different signs. We're going to take the sign of the larger, and 25 minus 13 is 12, so negative 12 divided by 6, which gives us a negative 2. So the average of those sets of numbers is negative 2. Problem solving using division. So on a certain day, the temperature changes at a rate of negative 2 degrees per hour. How long did it take for the change in temperature to be negative 14? So if we take negative 14, divide that by negative 2, it's going to take us 7 hours. Last one, in October, the full price of a television is $695. Over the next 7 months, the price of the television drops, so it's going down negative $140. How much did the price of the television drop each month on average? We don't need to know the full price of the TV, use that information at all. We just need to know that it drops $140, or negative $140, over 7 months. So negative $140 divided by 7 is negative 20. So it's dropping $20 each month. You could also write drops $20 each month. And that's for your 7 months. And that's the end of Notes 2-5.